Jalen, for pulling together this hearing, and to my colleagues and members of this joint committee. It's so nice to be with you this morning. As you may know, this is an aptly timed conversation because today is also the kickoff of Boston Blockchain Week, starting in just a couple hours down in the lovely city of Quincy, and maybe I'll see some of the folks here at that point in time in all three dimensions. So I'm Representative Kate Lipper-Garabedian. As Chair Cutler mentioned, I am one of the petitioners on this bill that was before you this morning. I'm also pleased to join the chair as co-chair of the House Blockchain Technology Caucus. We started that about half a year ago during this session in light of the increasing attention that blockchain technology is receiving in the State House, as well as more broadly across the Commonwealth, building on a bill that I filed at the beginning of the session to create a special commission statewide to examine blockchain technology and consider ways in which we can leverage that burgeoning innovation for the purposes of economic development, workforce development within both state government and beyond with our private partners. And so House Bill 4922 expands and sort of is a complement to that other bill by really diving deeper into the opportunities the state sees as being a partner in supporting workforce development in blockchain technology. As many of you may know, I'm a former 7th grade teacher. I've spent my career in public education. After teaching, I went to law school and then worked as an education attorney, including for more than 5 years at the Executive Office of Education here in Massachusetts. And in that role, I supported our education departments with thinking about how we're preparing our students for a 21st century economy. What are the growing industries that will keep our students thriving and engaged in their professional pursuits, and also supporting the Commonwealth's greater goals of financial stability and economic development across our communities. And so H4922 dives deeper into blockchain technology by establishing a trust fund with both public and private dollars to support the development of blockchain technology workforce training programs, curriculum, certificate programs at our career technical schools, at our institutions of higher education, with employers, to really support getting people the skills and training they need to be fully functioning and successful professionals in the blockchain technology space. As we've talked about it in our caucus meetings and in many conversations in the State House, Massachusetts has some really natural resources to support this field. We have access to very extensive and prestigious higher education institutions. We have a strong commitment to our public education in K-12, including in our comprehensive high schools and our career tech schools. We have access to international commerce through through Boston. We have international prowess in many of the industries that are going to be relying on and incorporating blockchain technology into their functions, including financial services, biotech. We talk a lot about STEM as sort of the pathway through which many of our professionals are going to have strong careers, and blockchain technology is going to be a lever, not only in the ways in which you may mostly know about it, which is through the application of cryptocurrency, but there are many other applications of blockchain technology that can be deployed both in government with respect to many of the functions that we undertake to support our constituents and streamlining services and supporting them in their pursuits, and then also in private industry. So as you can see from this bill, it's pretty straightforward. Again, there's a trust fund that's created. We then empower the Executive Office of Labor and Workforce Development to develop a strategic plan with a report out to the legislature about what it sees in terms of the innovation and promise of blockchain technology for a larger economy. We then empower the Executive Office to establish a pilot program to support grant making to career centers, to institutions of higher education, to voc tech schools and employer associations to develop these programs to support people in training up for blockchain technology careers. There's an advisory committee with a good group of stakeholders, including some represented here today who I think will be testifying, that would advise the Executive Office on how that program is being implemented. And then at the end of the pilot program, we'll have a report to the legislature in which we can then contemplate additional support in this area, as well as any statutory updates that might be necessary. So very pleased to be working closely with Chair Cutler on this bill and in this space, and welcome any questions. And I'm very excited and encouraged to see many great faces here today to also speak to the importance of this type of initiative. Thanks.
Great, thank you very much.